welcome back. 2 videos in 1 week. I'm trying to keep up. So as you saw by the title, this one's my May favorites. I'm trying to stay on schedule with my favorites. Sort of my favorite thing to do is like review stuff. I really like it. So, excuse me, I'm burping. I've been eating gummy candies like a 5-year-old, and I'm really happy. Let's jump right in to my favorites. Now, May was wild for me. I went home for 6 days. I went to 2 festivals and 2 weekends back to back. I got a job, and I'm still doing my internship, so like my head just spun, and then I got sick. So, my favorites sort of correlate with a lot of the things that happened. So, I am going to give a shout out and a favorite to my job. I'm not really going to talk too much about it, obviously, because it's like it's a job, and you know, social media confidentiality, blah 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 blah. But basically, I now work for Aritzia, but in their head office as a customer care associate admin. I think that's my title. So basically, if you like email in a question or a concern, I'm one of the lovely ladies in the Toronto head office who answer your questions. I really like my job. It's my first sort of like corporate grown-up desk job, so that makes me feel really good. I also feel really good about having a job in Toronto. I feel like this is one of those places, and like I might go do a video talking about that more. But I feel like when you have small town syndrome, when you live in a place like Moncton, it's a lot like you're gonna leave and you're gonna fail and you're gonna come right back and just be like the rest of us. And so far, I've been here for, it's gonna be 10 months, and I still have money, and now I even have a job, and school went well, and I'm still going back to school next semester. I got a job, I'm employed, I'm really excited. It's nice to have a job that's like using my degree because I'm bilingual, but also in fashion, but also using customer service and also using my degree. Very happy. So that one of my favorites is a shout out to my job. I'm really fortunate and lucky and happy. So if you're watching this, anyone from Aritzia, I love my job and I think it's great. So thank you. My next favorite is going to be, I guess, the festivals. This isn't really something I can review, but I will talk a bit about. So the first one that I went to with Soraya was CBC Music Fest. Headliners were Tribe Called Red and July Talk. I absolutely loved it. It's my 3rd or 4th time seeing July Talk, and my 2nd time seeing a Tribe Called Red. And then there were other bands in there that I had never seen before that I was really excited to see. Shout out to Milk and Bone, who I've loved their song Pressure since it was featured in Letterkenny. And I saw it live and I loved it, and I went and actually downloaded more of their stuff after seeing their set. It was really cool. Shout out to Yukon Falon. There were so many fabulous people. Rural Alberta Advantage, I think is the order. It was one of them. They were super cool. I love festivals. It was really great. It was like a scorching hot day. Did all the little vendor trucks, got a bunch of free stuff, and it was super great. I loved it. Great weather. It was by the water at the RBC Echo Beach, so it cooled off at night, which was nice. And like, here's a few clips from CBC Music Fest.
Push it, push.
ton of fun. That was really great. And then the next weekend, the Drake Hotel held a contest and gave my best friend Soraya, who you saw in the other clips, gave her tickets to field trip, a pair, so we could go, and I'm so fortunate she picked me. So we went, and the headliners, night 1 was Metric, night 2 was Yes. So this was a 2-night one. This was at Fort York, which was a really cool venue because it sort of reminded me of home because we have a lot of historical stuff in the Maritimes. Super cool venue. Had never seen Metric or the Yes before. I only knew Heads Will Roll really by the Yes, but they blew me away. And then Metric I knew Breathing Underwater, Help I'm Alive, and a few ones from like '09 that just made me feel like an angsty teen again. And it was so good. It was really nice, and it was just like a really cool spot. And again, like got a bunch of like freebies and stuff, which is always really fun. I got my makeup done at Sephora, or they had like a Sephora thing, and they're holding a contest, so I got my makeup done a bunch, which really added to the festival experience because I'm a firm believer in like glitter and like really going all out for festivals, and like not to be suggestive, but I want to look like I took MDMA or Molly, but I didn't do it. I just sort of want to look like I rolled around in glitter while out of my mind. And that's what they achieved for me, so thank you, Sephora. I had a blast. And here's another quick like clip montage video thing from those 2 nights. And so I guess one of my favorites is just like festivals and stuff like that in general. Like I'm gonna probably talk about that kind of stuff all summer, but absolutely loved it. My next favorite, which is also sort of a thing and an experience. So both of those times I brought this drawstring bag, which is perfect for festivals. This one is the Yayoi Kusama one from the exhibit that she had at the AGO. Which is why this doubles as an experience, because I'm going to talk about her exhibit. I think that these are really good because you can put everything in there, and I just find like since there aren't compartments, you get through security a lot easier. Like my second day at field trip, I don't want to get anyone in trouble, but they just sort of like felt my bag and were like, okay, go ahead. Like they didn't really take that much because I find it's obvious that I'm not hiding anything because you can't, there's no compartments. Where am I going to smuggle drugs or liquor in this? You can't. So I think that it makes for an easier experience when you go through security, and it's like a washable material, so you can just chuck it on the floor or on the ground and get it dirty, and it doesn't really matter. Yayoi Kusama's exhibit, I got up at 6:30 in the morning. Yeah, to get tickets with Soraya. It was an amazing experience. Just visually baffling in such a beautiful way. So here's like a little snippet of what that was like. So the last things that I'm going to review are actually makeup. Basically, when I went home, I've managed to get back all of my, or like find all of my makeup and skincare that I had like put in stores to keep cool, that like hadn't really expired because it wasn't open because I just had extras and like had a box full of stuff that I couldn't really take. So I took it all this time, and 2 of the things, because I'm now my like darker summer shade and browner in the face, because normally my cheeks are fairly pale. My forehead is darker and like a little ashy, which is super annoying. So today I finally like switched to my summer color of foundation, and then the other thing I've been using a little bit because I've never really used it before, so it's sort of exciting for me. So one is the translucent setting powder, Cover FX Dark, which they've discontinued the dark, I think, or they did when I worked at Shoppers, and so I acquired like the last one for like dirt cheap because they were getting rid of it. So it's just translucent setting powder, but it's already like sort of it says translucent, but it's pigmented dark to match like a darker skin tone. So it matches my tone now, I would say. I really like it. I've never used one before, and like I don't really understand the whole baking thing, so I'm gonna practice with that. Just because this isn't translucent, it isn't a white. It is tinted. I'm not sure how well you can see it, but it is a brown. So I really like it. I've started dusting it because, as you've seen from my stuff before, I do concealer, foundation, contour, and then I blend my contour with a foundation powder already. So now I'm sort of just dusting this on top because to make sure I'm an even tone a little bit. I don't know. I'm just putting on so many layers now. Like I don't know how my skin is not breaking out, but anyway, I really like this. So this is one of my favorite things right now. I definitely think that I would use it if I wanted to go out and not wear all of those layers. Just because it is a tint, it is a color, but it's also still very light. So that is one of my favorites, and I've always liked Cover FX, so I'm impressed. And then the next thing is, it was gifted to me by someone who didn't match the skin tone. It is the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream with SPF 30, which is awesome. I really like it. I'm using Cara 8.5 right now on my face. It's like I said, it's a little dark for my cheeks because they're always lighter, but it matches everything else and it blended. So I'm going to start using it for the rest of the summer. Because it's a gel, I find a little goes a long way. It's sort of moussey, hydrating because of that texture. I like that it has SPF because it's summer, because I'm sort of one of those people who stupidly, I'm just like, oh, I'm black, why do I need, like, I don't feel like I need sunscreen because I don't burn, but like there are still harsh effects from like sunlight, and I should be more conscious. I'm not very good at that. That's okay. Well, I mean, that's not okay, but like this is gonna fix it. So yeah, that's one of my favorites. Technically, I started using it today, but I'm gonna put it in my May favorites because it's my favorite thing that it's summer and that I'm finally this color. So yeah, it's super exciting to switch to this. I'm very pleased. All of my favorite things other than like the weather and being done school. I'm happy I'm employed, I'm happy it's festival season, and I'm happy I'm darker. So yeah, thank you for watching another one of my stupid review videos. I hope someone's enjoying somewhere. Oh, also, sorry, Bare Minerals is cool because it's like mineral based, so it's nice on the skin. Sorry. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you did like this. Come back next week. I have no idea what I'm going to do because it's summer and I can sort of do what I want, but I also work 50 hours a week, so we'll see. So yeah, have a great week. I'll see you next week.